Right, so I am opening this slide from a URL. What it essentially means that right now this slide is available to you. Okay? So, very good morning and good afternoon to all of you. I am Dr. Kamlesh and it's a wonderful to talk to you. So, what I wanted to tell you what is it essentially means that slide किसी से मांगना नहीं है, you just download it. Okay? And one more thing you can do is that you download it right now and see that what is coming and what has been gone. So you can ask any questions in between. Okay? So this is the first thing that I wanted to tell to you. Welcome everybody to this session, and this session is about the CNN and the popular computer vision architecture. So in the deep learning area, you know that it is not only that we are going to increase the number of layers, there is something more to that. So we wanted to understand that part, that what is something more in that. This session is, actually I have planned is, my plan is something, means the session is not going to be of 1 hour only, it is going to be extended. Why I am telling this? Because I have seen that there is some space available in your timetable, so let me fill that part so that you are engaged till evening. So with this, let me be comfortable first. So alright. So people from the online, how they are going to, they are interacting? How many people are online right now?
So, 20. I think they should introduce themselves. Those are attending online. Can we do this?
Okay. So maybe some, sir, I just request, because it will take a lot of time. Let us first get inside the business, then come back and try to see that who all are attending. I am only interested in knowing that if there is any question that is coming from the online audience, how they are asking it. Are they able to access any chat thing, or how they are, you know?
Usually they unmute themselves and ask. There are very few questions there.
Okay, so online participants, can you unmute? At least one participant can unmute to say hi to us.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Actually, the voice is not clear.
Okay, so what we can do? Can I do something?
Let me check.
Sir, can you download it so that I can just
Download. It is actually downloaded, but I'm using it in Chrome.
USB drive?
Yes.
Okay, just fine, just perfectly fine.
Online participants are requested to please confirm if the audio is okay now. Audio is okay?
But little echo is there, sir.
Okay, please, I think you can, in between, I think the people can see that how it can be improved. Alright, I think this is better, huh? Online participant, is it better? And I think I would also be feeling better, because now I can prove I need not to be at first place. Okay? Thank you everybody for joining, and this session is going to be, I'm expecting that it is going to be a little bit longer as compared to my originally planned session. And the reason is this, that in the first day, I promised you that you need not to know anything if you come to this particular platform. Okay? Our workshops are organized in a way that even if you don't understand anything, you are here from zero to hero. So all the things I am going to teach you, and in the interactive way, please ask the question whenever there is a doubt. You please ask the question so that we can go back to the topic and go back to the depth. It is not important to complete the thing, but it is important that whatever topic I am bringing, you should be able to understand. Okay? Alright, with this small thing, welcome everybody. This is Kamlesh Tiwari from BITS Pilani, and this is a wonderful, beautiful building of BITS Pilani, and you can see the NIT. Both looks pretty. And So today's session I have actually divided into 3 parts. First part is because CNN architecture are actually used for the computer vision. So what is computer vision? Why this CNN architecture is going to be useful for us? What is there so that it makes useful for us into the computer vision? What is the important part? This is the second part that I wanted to bring. And then the popular architecture, and there are many. And you can see that there is a name called LeNet, LXNet, ZFNet, Inception Network, ResNet, UNet, YOLO. So all these things we are going to cover. Okay. I don't know that how much detail you already know, but what I request you that try to understand these models from your heart. Means why they are coming, what is the reason behind it. Try to understand that part. Okay. So if you understand that part, then you can go further and you can design by yourself. Okay, if this is my requirement, which kind of model I should apply? Okay, this is the main important purpose. All right. So before seeing the tools, let us see the problem. What is the problem? Problem is the computer vision. And what is the computer vision? Okay. Computer vision. Camera with the audience. तो प्रॉब्लम है कंप्यूटर विजन. व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर विजन? लेट मी जस्ट टेक इट. ओके, लेट मी गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. कुछ नहीं है, ही इज नॉट हैवी. सो व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर विजन? कैसे कहेंगे कि व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर विजन? कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर विजन? कोई बताएगा मुझे? नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज. So computer vision try to explain, the task of computer vision is to explain something into the image. Okay. So for example, this is an image. So computer vision will try to explain what is inside this. Can you explain me what is inside this image? Plant. Okay. There is a plant. There is a leaf. और बताओ. Grass is there. Okay. There is leaf has some disease. Okay. और कुछ?
Flower.
हाँ? Flower? Flower है. और क्या है? Green color, correct. Greenery है वहाँ पे. जो image है, you can explain कि whether the color is green or red or white क्या है. तो आपने कहा green color है. आपने कहा there is some plant. आपने कहा there is some grassy background. और कुछ?
कैटरपिलर.
कैटरपिलर? कहाँ पे?
है सर.
यहाँ पे ना कुछ है. यहाँ पे कुछ है. क्या देख पा रहे हैं? देख पा रहे हैं? अभी देख पा रहे होंगे नहीं? पहले नहीं देख पा रहे थे. So there are some. Can you find some spikes? These are spikes.
Yes.
Okay, these are spikes. So ये कौन सा पौधा है? कोई बता सकता है? Which kind of plant it is? All these questions are relevant questions. This is the computer vision going to answer. The computer vision is going to answer these questions. क्या problem है? वहाँ क्या चीज़ थी? और हमें क्या करना चाहिए? For example, what should be? इसका आंसर ये हो सकता है. अगर हमें ठीक से पता है तो हमको पता चल जाएगा कि what we wanted to do after that. So this is the computer vision task. Okay. Even if and see that how difficult it is. Even if the image was in front of us, finding out caterpillar was actually not easy. Okay. It was really not easy. और ये by the way ये मेरे garden की image है. I have just taken one day I reached to my garden और I saw कि बहुत सारा जो पत्तियां हैं, आप शायद इसको देख नहीं पाए कि ये पत्ती पूरी खाई जा चुकी है. यहाँ पे पत्ती खाई जा चुकी है, यहाँ पे पत्ती खाई जा चुकी है, यहाँ पत्ती खाई जा चुकी है. आप देख रहे हैं? आप देखो यार, लगता है कुछ गड़बड़ हो चुका है. देखो ना, यहाँ से पता नहीं यार क्या हुआ मेरे पौधे को आज. ये बहुत ध्यान से देखने में पता चला कि वहाँ पे कोई एक छोटा सा कीड़ा है और बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल से दिखाई पड़ा. फिर मैंने इसकी फोटो खींची. तो आप देखिए, इतना आसान नहीं है कंप्यूटर विजन. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डू. क्योंकि हमारे लिए भी मुश्किल है तो कंप्यूटर के लिए कितना मुश्किल होगा. कंप्यूटर विजन एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. आई एम स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी. इज इट फाइन एवरीबॉडी?
Yes, sir.
ओके. एनीबॉडी, किसी को प्रॉब्लम है थोड़ी सी हिंदी में?
एक
नहीं?
ऑनलाइन में है बंदा.
ओके.
Online, there is a person.
Okay, so we'll try to be English only. But if you feel, so what I wanted to tell, that this image has huge potential of explainability. But when you apply a kind of model, it is only going to see a particular kind of thing. For example, if there is a model means something that actually want to do something. So if it is going to identify a caterpillar, then he is able to catch it, otherwise not. But multiple things are there, whether there is any kind of disease, whether something is happening, what is happening over there. In general sense, it is going to be very difficult. Vision, in essence, the humans have started vision very lately. So in the human evolution also, 534 million years ago, the species on the earth got eyes. Before that, there was no eyes. So what happens that then a kind of, people says that a kind of big bang started, lot of other species started getting generated, because there was some species who wanted to eat others, because now they can see otherwise it was not possible. So it was a big time for us. More than 50% neurons of our human brain are for the vision. So more than half of our brain is doing all these things. And if we want to see that how computer vision has evolved, so there was an experiment that was done by Hubble and Wiesel. They actually try to understand that how human brain functions. They try to tell that looks like that there is some neurons and there is some attachment, and they actually given the model how brain is actually functioning. So this is a very interesting example thing. And then very interesting date, 1966, MIT college has actually tried to throw a summer project on the computer vision. And I will come back to this with more details very soon. And very recently we have seen that very big database actually was created. And I am telling very recently because computer is actually not very, computer has been, people are working on the computer for a very long time. But very recently these things we are going to see. I will come back to this with more details. So what I wanted to, okay. So computer vision is very complex task, and to do the computer vision, we need artificial intelligence, machine learning, information retrieval, different kind of architecture, good kind of algorithms, graphs, cognitive science, neuroscience, optics, image processing, speech processing also, NLP, robotics, physics, what not. So it is very complex kind of thing. And what I wanted to tell, let me go to this slide, this very interesting slide. That actually talks about that in MIT people have thought that it's very easy to do. So they thought that why I am going to develop these kind of things, it is going to take a lot of time. Why not we hire some summer interns, in the 2 months they can develop something, and then after that, because small thing they can develop how to identify the object, how to combine them, and so on. And then after 2 months we can build a complete computer vision system. It is very easy. So MIT people thought like that. So this is a kind of the summer vision project. So this is an offering that actually MIT has given. You see the date, 7 July 1966. So even more than 50 years has passed, and even then people are not able to make the correct computer vision problem. So this was the first thing that people started. Why people think that the computer vision is possible? This is a very fantastic example for that. This is a girl called Samnam Gul, and she was actually, when she was of the age of 55 or so, she was caught in Pakistan, and people were not able to establish that what is his identity. But when that girl was a small girl, a 13-year-old, at that time, some photographer has taken her photograph in the refugee camp, and that was actually published on a big media portal. So using the iris matching, they were able to tell that okay, these two people are the same. So this was again a very big time for the computer vision. And into the computer vision, what we wanted to do? We want to do multiple things such as classification, annotation, detection, and segmentation. What are these things? We'll come back to them. Okay. So what I wanted to tell that computer vision is really a very complex task. Okay. And we have actually advanced very much. And these days, if I want to tell you that what is our state of the art, so I can show you this this diagram, and I can ask you quickly ask a question that out of these three images, which person is a fake person? Okay, fake person means his image has been synthetically generated. He doesn't exist on the earth. So I have just created some model, some computer vision model has created an image. So can you tell me that first, second, third, which one is the fake one?
Middle.
Huh?
Middle.
Middle one? Middle one? First one looks correct. Last one? Third one is bad. If I done something. Second one is correct.
You can see eyes should be same.
I should be saying, okay. So, but the fact is, all of them are fake.
Eyes should be same. This is
All
not
of them are
linear.
fake. Okay.
Master diffuser.
So GANs are this much powerful. They can generate these kind of models, okay, these kind of faces. And this is generated by GAN. You just see the paper. This is the 2019 paper, and that generated these images. And we are in 2024 with the diffusion models. If you see the results, anything is possible. Okay. So we are very far. We came very far, and very quickly we came very far. Why? We will come back to this very soon. So one of the tasks that we wanted to do with the computer vision is classification. Classification means if I have, there are some classes, na? So for example, one class is that this is camera, one class is this is microphone, one class is some table, chair. These are the classes. So given the image, I want to tell that what is inside that. Okay, so there is a standard database that is called Cipher 10 database where 10 different categories are there. So aeroplane, automobile, bird, cat, deer. So in these images, deer is there. Here dog is there. So these are the images. Okay, given any image, I want to give to the model, to the system, and that should tell that out of these 10 categories, which item is there. Okay, so this is one task that we wanted to do using computer vision called the classification. Next task that I wanted to do is the, before going to that, classification is, again, why classification is difficult? Because even if the same person's face, if you take the image from the different angle, you get a different kind of, totally different kind of thing. So here different lighting condition, different size, different deformations. You can see that background clutter, this cat and the background seems same. Intra-class variations. So chair, for example, chair can be of very different kind, occlusions. So because of these various things, this classification becomes difficult. Similarly, annotations. Okay, in the annotation, given the image, you want to write about something. Okay, how to write. So what is the method? How can you do that? So again, you can think that if I have a big image, I can divide this into parts. For every part, I can ask from the classifier that what is there, and based on that I can write many words and then try to summarize in some way so that I can get some good meaning. Annotations I talked about.
Sir, it's because.
Yes. So many slides. Okay, alright. So I was telling then annotation is one task. Another task is detection. Detect that, for example, here where the person are there, where there is a cycle, different kind of object. So in the detection, we wanted to tell that at this particular position the item is. So few new models are there. You talked about that. So detection. Then comes the problem of description. You want to describe what is happening over there. Again, the same kind of approach we can apply. That we can apply various different kind of bounding boxes. And inside that, we want to find out what is the story over there. Then using those stories, we can build the stories. Segmentation is again a very important part where given the image, you wanted to tell at what pixel location what item is there. Okay. For example, this is a hotel room. Here you wanted to tell that this part is the floor part, this part is the chair part. Again, this is a very interesting problem, and this is called the segmentation. Here also, when there is a car, you tell that where is the road, where are the other cars, etc. So it is called the segmentation problem. Computer vision also has gone very far to just do all these things in real time. We will discuss about that. Okay. I just wanted to give you glimpses that what are the problem. And this is another problem where we wanted to do the segmentation. Segmentation can be done at the various levels. For example, if this is an image, we want to segment that these are the area, in this area there is some item. Or we want to say, we want to go inside and we want to tell that looks like these are the exact pixel location where the item is. Or with this kind of segmentation also, we want to tell that this is one kind of item, this is another kind of item. So then we can attach a color also in this area, this kind of item. So the second area, which kind of item. This also we can add over here. A typical computer vision pipeline, if you want to develop a computer vision based system, has these parts. Okay. So if you have an image and from the image you want to find out that what is inside the image, you start by you take the image, do a quality check. If the image is good, then you want to process. Otherwise, it may be possible somebody has given a blank image. What processing would you do? So first part is the quality check, and if possible, you want to improve the quality. If there is something you want to improve the quality, and then from that you extract the feature. And how to extract the feature? I think Madam has also talked about that. Indu Madam has also talked about that. We will be giving more details on this in this slide itself. And then we want to do the matching. What do I mean by matching? Because in the database we know that for the chair these kind of features are there. For the aeroplane these kind of features are there. So those features are there inside my database. New things, whatever new things I am getting, I am going to match with them, which will have the highest value. I am going to tell that this item is this. So this is the standard pipeline. Computer vision is generally very confusing because you can see that these images, you can find out that it's very difficult to find out sometimes that where are the items. I'm going to just give some examples. These are the cases where the system actually will become very difficult for him to carry out. I want to tell you a story that how computer vision was developed. Okay, what happened due to which the computer vision we were able to develop. Earlier, what was happening now? Just think that we can identify the object, but we want the same thing to be done by computers. So how we do that? We click, for example, if I want to develop the system that can identify whether it is a chair or table, I take the images of table, I take the images of chair, show to the computer, and try it to be learned. Okay? But how many images I can provide? Just try to understand how many images I can provide. And I want that system to be as good as the humans. Humans their eyes are taking the images at the 25 frames per second. Okay, 25 frames per second we are seeing, and all those things are actually related. After one, what is the next slide? What is the next thing? I am able to reconstruct the 360-degree inside my brain. But there you are just taking one image and then taking the other image from a very different side. He is not able to understand that from where you are taking the images. So there is a huge confusion with the system, and that's why the system not able to learn. Earlier system were not able to learn the classification or any computer science computer vision based task because the data set that was provided to them was actually very small. A very important effort has been done, and this effort is called the ImageNet challenge. Anybody knows about this ImageNet challenge? Okay. This in 2009, Fifi Lee, a very big scientist into this particular computer science domain, she has collected huge amount of data. Okay, and she has actually collected 14 million images from the internet, and that images had 21,841 categories. You understand category, na? Bicycles, snake, elephant, everything is category. Banana, apple, everything is category. So there were 21,841 categories in the 40 million images. Out of these images, she has actually extracted 1.2 million images where only 1,000 categories were there. And she had thrown a challenge that is called the ImageNet Large Scale Visual Recognition Challenge, ILSVRC challenge, in 2009. 2009. In 2009 she has given that I am giving a big database because earlier big database was not available. In 2009 she has created and community started working on this particular database. This diagram is actually very important. Okay, we are going to start understanding about the different kind of model from here itself. So the first problem, I wanted to solve the computer vision problems, but I did not have very large database. One very big researcher has actually collected huge amount of data and out of that separated few images that contain 1,000 categories given to the community and asked her solve this particular problem. They have solved. How they were solving? Handcrafted method. Okay, handcrafted method means I want to do something here and there so that my result becomes better. So this they use histogram of gradient and old methods, and by this method they try to understand the system, try to develop the system, and their system has 28% of error. Okay, out of these images, the best system has after 1 year in 2010, the best system has an error of 28%. Okay, though this continues. This competition continues. Next year, it was improved 2%. In 2011, the error was 26%. So what you are expecting, that what is going to be in the next year? Just don't see this thing. Error is at 28%, then it becomes 26%. What you are expecting next year? 25, because 2% in 1 year you are able to reduce. आगे इतना बड़ा difference नहीं आएगा ना, small difference can you can only make, but suddenly something very big happened. LXNet proposed a new kind of architecture and their error rate was only 16%. This was a wow moment for the computer science, and we can say that again there was a beast. People are telling that it has died. Okay. What I wanted to tell you that people wanted to make computers intelligent. Even the first day when the computer came. Computer came around 1945. Okay. Around 1951, people started talking about AI. And Bessel experiment that I just mentioned happened around 45 hours. So they understood that if I am not able to make anything, let's see that how the brain is doing. So I wanted to make the things as a brain is working. So they proposed a model as neurons. Okay, it is called initially called perceptron. That there is some processing unit, many things are connected as a wire to that. When the summation becomes higher, then it activates. I will come back to this in more detail later. So they proposed around 1955 or so. The thing that people actively started working to make the computers intelligent in 1955. For a very long time, people were trying to do that, but they were not able to make it. I was a student in IT Kanpur with Professor Anurag. At that time, I had literally heard the one professor saying that neural network is died, cannot do anything.
2000.
Yeah, they told the neural network is died. You cannot do anything with the neural network.
Old AI.
Yeah, and this model uses neural network. This model uses neural network. And interestingly, the similar model, very similar model, was proposed in 1997. Google LeanIt, I would come back to with more detail in the later slides. Google LeanIt was a deep learning model that was actually proposed in 1997, and nobody was using this because you will be asking why people were not using. So the reason is, few days back, I think 2 days back, you have seen that there was very interesting thing happened in complete world. It was a blue screen, Microsoft. Okay. So at those time, 1997, Windows 95 was there. Then Windows 98 came. Then XP came. At that time, these blue screen were very scary for us. We don't know that when we are going to shut down the computer, next day it is going to open or not. It was very that kind of scenario.
Screen of death.
Yeah, screen of death. So we personally as a student, when I was a student, I shifted to Linux so that it is working fully. So then after that, I have never gone to Microsoft. It's again a story that tries to tell that actually our tech stack was not ready at that time. People wanted to use the things, but tech stack was not ready around 2000. But this is the time 2012. At that time, multi-core processors were available. Try to understand why it was possible. ये जो मॉडल है, this model was already available बहुत पहले से ही, बहुत ही डीप लर्निंग आर्किटेक्चर अवेलेबल था जो कि डिजिट्स के ऊपर काम करता था, हम और इसके बारे में बात करेंगे। सेम काइंड ऑफ मॉडल इसके ऊपर लगाया और ट्रेन किया। क्यों? क्योंकि अब ये पॉसिबल था, हमारे पास मल्टी कोर जीपीयूज थे, इसके ऊपर इन्होंने ट्रेन किया और दे गॉट द रिजल्ट ऑफ 16%। वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट। अब AlexNet had created this out of a competition. So somebody ने, अच्छा जनरली क्या होता है, this is very important thing I am going to tell, कि जो न्यूरल नेटवर्क होता है ना, the neural network, okay, neural network has layers, okay, फर्स्ट लेयर में 15 न्यूरॉन है, अगले न्यूरॉन है, फिर अगले में न्यूरॉन है, फिर अगले में न्यूरॉन है, ऐसे करके फुली कनेक्टेड उनको किया जाता है। आगे वाले लेयर्स में in the forwarded layer, every neuron is connected with everyone in the back one, okay, this is called the fully connected structure. So how many layers we generally make? Okay, generally we make only 4 layers because training them was again finding out the right parameter for them is again means what should be the weight again becomes very difficult. And there is some mechanism called the back propagation. Using that we can train it, but again after 4 layers it becomes very difficult. Okay, people were not trying to were not developing models beyond the 4 layers. But this actually was using 8 layers. Okay, big thing. Why? How 8 layers were possible? Because they have done a fundamental change that is called the that we are going to see. That's what fundamental change they have done, so that they can train the 8 layer. 8 layer neural network they were able to train, and then on this they were able to reduce the error by 16%. So what I wanted to tell right now that since they have proposed first time, they have not thought that how even with the 8 layers how much better I can do. Okay, so somebody came because he had made something, somebody modified something. He told that okay, with the 8 layers, if you instead of this architecture, if you use this architecture, this is going to reduce the error to 12%. Okay, so with the AlexNet, next architecture is ZFnet. That came next year, and it is just an improvement of the previous one. 8 layers were there, and they told that okay, in the 8 layers you do in this way, your accuracy will be better. है ना? तो यही तो करेंगे आप। If कोई चीज बना ली और अच्छा कैसे करेंगे? एडजस्टमेंट करेंगे आप। ऑलराइट, तो उसके बाद और अच्छा करना हो तो क्या करें? What next I want to do? ZFnet से अच्छा करना होगा तो क्या करेंगे? फंडामेंटल चेंज करना पड़ेगा। क्या करेंगे?
कंप्यूटेशन बढ़ाएंगे या फिर आर्किटेक्चर चेंज?
लेयर्स बढ़ाएंगे ना, क्योंकि मैंने भी थोड़ी देर पहले कहा, जस्ट फ्यू मिनट बैक आई टोल्ड यू 8 लेयर तो हम ट्रेन करते थे, उससे हमारी एक्यूरेसी अच्छी नहीं आती थी, बट वी हैव गॉट टू 8 लेयर्स, फ्रॉम 4 टू we went to 8 layers, it becomes good. So if you want to make even better, what would you do? Increase more layering. VG is 60, okay, on 90, better models. ये कुछ बड़ी बात तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं, अच्छा करना तो यही करना पड़ेगा। ओके, और अच्छा करना तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? और अच्छा करना पड़ेगा, और लेयर बढ़ानी पड़ेगी। कितनी लेयर बढ़ाएंगे? थोड़ी देर बाद बात करेंगे, ठीक है? और क्या करेंगे? इसके लिए थोड़ा सा मुझे आपको कॉन्टेक्स्ट देना पड़ेगा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि थोड़ा हिस्ट्री पे ध्यान दीजिएगा कि 1997 में एक आर्किटेक्चर आया था जिसमें कि कुछ बढ़िया काम किया, बट दैट आर्किटेक्चर पीपल वर नॉट यूजिंग, ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ द सम प्रॉब्लम, एंड पीपल स्टार्टेड सेइंग कि अरे न्यूरल नेटवर्क इज डाइड, काम नहीं करता है। दे स्टार्टेड डूइंग हैंडक्राफ्टेड मेथड। इन हैंडक्राफ्टेड मेथड देयर इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग आइडिया दैट इज कॉल्ड द शिफ्ट scale shift, okay, what is the full form of that? Scale invariant feature transform, okay, simple. David Lowe paper 2004 में डेविड लो का ये पेपर आया जिसने बताया कि ऐसा करो कि देखो किसी भी फिलोसफी की बात है कि एक ही आदमी के में बहुत सारे आदमी हैं। किसी को भी देखो तो बार बार देखो। याद नहीं रहा है, नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल दैट थिंग। ऐसा है कि एक आदमी के अंदर होते हैं अनेक आदमी, किसी को भी देखो तो बार बार देखो। तो इसका कहना मतलब कि ये कहने का मतलब ये है कि अगर इसको मैं देख रहा हूँ कैमरे को, तो मैं कैमरे को यहाँ से देख रहा हूँ, अगर मैं पास से देखूँ तो ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखेगा, और पास से देखूँ तो ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखेगा, और पास से देखूँ ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखेगा, और ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखेगा, और ज़्यादा अच्छा दिखेगा नहीं दिखेगा, है ना? तो हम एक निश्चित डिस्टेंस ऐसा है जिसमें वो बेस्ट दिखता है, उससे दूर पे खराब होता है, उससे आस-पास पे खराब होता है। तो क्यों नहीं हम उसके अलग अलग मेडल्स वो बना देते हैं, उसी चीज़ को छोटा बड़ा करो तो हमें then I would get some place where it is best represented. सारों को यूज करो ना, instead of using one image, if I use multiple images. So डेविड लो का पेपर यही सिर्फ कहता है कि किसी भी चीज को आइडेंटिफाई करना है तो उसको अलग अलग स्केल्स पे लो, take the things at the different scales, then combine them and take them. This was a 2004 paper. So प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि 19 लेयर यूज करने में बहुत ज्यादा पैरामीटर हो चुके थे। इतने ज्यादा के बाद और पैरामीटर बढ़ाओ तो ट्रेनिंग में तो हालत खराब हो जाती है ना? तो उन्होंने कहा कि क्यों नहीं डेविड लो वाला मॉडल यूज कर लेते हैं। जो भी चीज अंदर डालते हैं ना उसको अलग अलग साइज में बना लेते हैं, पहले उसको उसी अंदर ही उसके अलग अलग साइज में उसके पोर्शन बना लेते हैं, फिर उसके ऊपर डिटेक्टर को बनाते हैं, उसके थ्रू करते हैं। ये आइडिया आया गूगल डिटेक्ट इंसेप्शन डेटा, इसको बोलते हैं इंसेप्शन, इसको बोलते हैं इंसेप्शन ब्लॉक, जो कहता है हर चीज के अलग अलग साइज में चीजों को लो और इसके बाद उसको कंबाइन करेंगे, ठीक है? तो ये अगला आर्किटेक्चर है जो कि 16% from 16% we went to 12%, then BGG became 7.3% error, then 6.7% error. Okay? अब उसके बाद क्या करो? ये आइडिया कहाँ से आया? किसी भी चीज को देखो तो अलग अलग साइज में बार बार देखोगे तो साफ पता चलेगा। अब मैं यहाँ बोर्ड पे लिख नहीं सकता हूँ, तो बोर्ड पे लिख सकता हूँ क्या? तो मैं एक चीज लिख के दिखाता हूँ बस, सिर्फ 1 मिनट के लिए, फिर हम वापस इसमें आ जाएंगे। और मेरे पास एक काइंड ऑफ आगे समझ सकते हैं कि मेरे पास कुछ है। तो बताओ ये क्या लिखा हुआ है? ठीक है, ये बोलो, 2-3 बार बोलना पड़ेगा आपको। क्या लिखा हुआ है? क्या लिखा हुआ है? क्या लिखा हुआ है बोलो? What is this? बोलो क्या लिखा हुआ है? 6। चलो ठीक है, गलती बना दिया, मैं 0 ही बना रहा हूँ, ठीक है? What is this? बोलो भाई। 0। बोलो क्या लिखा हुआ है? कहाँ? 6। सब 0 लिख रहा हूँ, बोलो क्या लिखा हुआ है? क्या लिखा हुआ है? 0? Is it 0? Still 0? 0 लिखा था मैंने, 1 तो लिखा ही नहीं था, but you got 1. Why you got 1?
Pattern.
Because you have seen the things from the higher level. If you go and see the level things from the higher level, this is what the power was. What I wanted to tell you, that if you see the things from upper layer and from very distance, अब ये आंखों को डायलेट करके देखने की कोशिश करो, वो 0 1 बन जाएगा। और इसके बाद जब आप अंदर जाएंगे, that is high frequency component. High frequency components are 0. Low frequency component are what? So when you make the image small, you go to the low frequency components. If the image has more details, it has more low frequency components in that. So you are essentially combining low and high frequency component in that. So this was the fundamental thing that actually that comes from electronics, and then it was brought into computer science by telling that I am seeing the things from the different distances. और यही होगा, अगर आप डिस्टेंस में जाओगे ना तो ये 0 1 दिखेगा, है ना? Alright, so this दिस इज हियर दिया। अब मैं और अच्छा क्या करूं भाई, आपका पुराना आइडिया आपको सूझ नहीं रहा है तो और लेयर बना दो, है ना, और लेयर बना दो। कौन बना सकता है? कोई नहीं बना सकता। जो बहुत ही बड़ा जाइंट है भी बना सकता है। कौन कौन बना सकता है? फेसबुक। रेजनेट बनाया फेसबुक ने, उसमें बहुत सारे पैसे हैं, तो उसको ही कैन इम्प्लीमेंट हाउ मेनी लेयर्स 152 लेयर्स। हाउ मेनी लेयर्स 152 लेयर्स लगाती है। और इस उन्होंने कहा कि फिर एक्यूरेसी बढ़ा ली। आप सोचो कि जो एक्यूरेसी एडवांटेज आपको मिल रहे थे, यू आर गेटिंग एट 20 ओनली 19 लेयर्स, दिस 152 लेयर्स एक्यूरेसी बना आपको फ्रीक्वेंसी में एडवांटेज मिले। अगेन मैं एक चीज़ और बताऊंगा, अभी हम इसमें बहुत डिटेल में आएंगे जब हम इसके आर्किटेक्चर को वास्तव में थोड़ा सा बड़े अभी आगे स्लाइड्स में आएंगे बहुत डिटेल के साथ, उसमें आएंगे तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि आखिर ऐसा कि इसमें भी प्रॉब्लम थी, इतना आसान नहीं था। तो देन अगेन इंक्रीज कर दिया। इसके बाद क्या करूंगा अब मैं? अब बताओ, अब कोई आइडिया दो मुझे, और अच्छा बनाना है इसको, सिस्टम की एक्यूरेसी और बढ़ानी है, क्या करूं? हाँ,
डेटा सेट इंक्रीज करके लूप और बढ़ा सकते
डेटा सेट इंक्रीज कर दो, ठीक है। और डेटा सेट इंक्रीज करना एक रेगुलराइजेशन प्रोसेस है और जरूरी नहीं कि उसकी चीज़ें अच्छी हो। और क्या करें? क्योंकि डेटा सेट तो अब फिक्स हो चुका है ना, ये तो दुनिया उसी में चलाना है मुझे। अब मैं क्या करूं? खिचड़ी मिक्स मोर देन वन। देन अभी क्या होगा भाई? अब दिमाग नहीं काम कर, बताओ ये कोई बड़ी बात है?
आर्किटेक्चर्स
कंबाइन मल्टीपल आर्किटेक्चर इंसेंबल, ओके, कंबाइन मल्टीपल आर्किटेक्चर। सो ये जो आर्किटेक्चरल एडवांटेज आपको दिख रहे हैं, इधर जो कम हो रहा है, वो सब कोई इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है। आपको यू कैन थिंक अबाउट दैट, भाई ठीक है, एक से नहीं काम कर रहा है, यूज मल्टीपल थिंग्स एंड देन बाय दिस एक्यूरेसी कैन बी इंक्रीज। अराउंड 2015 हमारी एक्यूरेसी जो है, एरर रेट जो है 3.6% हो गया। ह्यूमन का एरर भी 5% के आसपास है। कोई भी चीज़ जो ह्यूमन से अच्छी हो जाती है, हमारे मानना है यार कि मतलब गड़बड़ है ना, गड़बड़ होता ही है उसमें। क्योंकि होता क्या है ना, गड़बड़ होता है ये है कि इफ यू हैव ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पैरामीटर्स, सो लर्न करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, याद कर सकते हो ना। छोटे क्लास में बहुत सारे लड़के होते हैं फर्स्ट आते हैं, 9th-10th में उसको दिक्कत हो जाती है, क्योंकि छोटे से कॉन्सेप्ट है, आपको खेलने में मन लगता है, उसका पढ़ने में मन लगता है, 4 चीजें याद कर लिया, 2 और 2 क्या होता है, क्लास में वही पूछ जाता है। छोटे बच्चों की क्लास में सवाल क्या आता है, 5 + 1 कितना होगा? सबको पता है 5 + 1 6 होता है, उसने रख लिया है, और आप वहां जोड़ने लगे तो आपको प्रॉब्लम हो गई, आप नहीं जोड़ पाए। लेकिन जब आगे जब बात आती है, जब बहुत सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं तो प्रॉब्लम है ना। जब नंबर ऑफ पैरामीटर्स इतने ज्यादा हो जाए कि डेटा साइज, द डेटा साइज, इफ यू इंक्रीज with respect to the data size, so what will happen? That this particular model can learn everything. इसको कहते हैं ओवरफिटिंग। लर्न करने में प्रॉब्लम क्या है? लर्न करने की प्रॉब्लम ये है कि सिर्फ आप उन सवालों के जवाब जिसको आपने याद कर लिया आप दे सकते हैं, नए सवालों के जवाब आप नहीं दे सकते। अभी बार टाइम नहीं है, नहीं तो मैं आपको बताता कि वो उन्हीं जगहों पे इरर करेगा जो उसको बताए नहीं गए हैं, क्योंकि वो बेस्ट मॉडल है। लर्न करने वाले मॉडल की सबसे बड़ी समस्या यह है कि वो इस तरीके का बन जाता है कि वो सिर्फ जो दिखाया गया है उसमें बेस्ट परफॉर्म करेगा, और गलती कहाँ करेगा? उन्हीं पे जो उनको दिखाया नहीं गया है, ठीक है। तो इसलिए यहाँ के बाद हम बात करना बंद कर दें। वी स्टॉप टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस कि ये ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, क्योंकि ह्यूमन से भी अच्छा हो गया। अब इसके ऊपर हमारी क्लासिफिकेशन हमारा मानना ही हमारा खत्म करता है। अब हमें यूज़ करना है, मेन मॉडल को यूज़ कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि इनके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा पैरामीटर्स हैं और उसको हम यहाँ पे यूज़ करेंगे। आई थिंक
फिर इन्होंने रेजनेट में 152 के आगे हम 180 या उस लेयर्स पे जाते हैं।
आप कर सकते हो, रेडनेस में ये बढ़ा सकते हो, लेकिन मेरा यही कहना है कि उससे कोई बहुत ज़्यादा फायदा नहीं मिलने वाला है। उससे कोई मतलब आर्किटेक्चरल फायदा नहीं मिल रहा है, टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांसमेंट नहीं है। आपको लगेगा यार इतने परसेंट से इतने परसेंट हो गया, वो इतना बड़ा नहीं होगा, वो चेंज इतना बड़ा नहीं होगा। दिस चेंज इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी दैट बिग, ओके। दिस इज ओके। सो थोड़ी चीज़ें और कर लेते हैं, फिर उसके बाद हम लंच ब्रेक पे जाएंगे और उसके बाद स्टार्ट फिर कंटिन्यू करेंगे। और जो सेकेंड वाला सेशन है थोड़ा सा थोड़ा सा कर लेंगे, है ना, सो पढ़ाने के बाद कर लेंगे। सो ये चीज़ क्यों काम करती है, डीप लर्निंग क्यों काम करती है, व्हाई डीप लर्निंग वर्क्स। सो डीप लर्निंग में बहुत सारी लेयर्स है ना, शुरू वाली लेयर्स कुछ करती हैं, बाद वाली लेयर्स कुछ करती हैं, एंड देन द लेटर layers combine those concepts and so on. So actually it has been found that our visual system is also like that. Okay, rod and cones which are inside our eyes, they just perceive that what is the intensity. Then using intensity, they try to build V1 kind of feature, then V2, then V4, then IT posterior. I'm not expert of this, but I'm just giving this IT interior. I don't know what they mean, but in our brain also, the things happen in this way. That out of built thing, they wanted to build something. Images are actually numbers. So if I show you this image, you may be able to tell that is Abraham Lincoln, but for the computer it is just a number. So for computer we have to deal various kind of challenges. Okay. So the deep learning, when lot of layers are there, they essentially correspond to different kind of components. Few layers are there which are actually doing enhancement. Few layers are doing, just go back and try to show you. Few layers are there which are actually doing quality checking. Next layer are doing enhancement. Next are feature extraction, then matching, and then decision. If you combine all these one by one, so you will be getting lot of layers. So this is what the lot of layers that we have. Correct? Alright. So yeah. So this is again an interesting paper that is ECCB paper. I think the reference is not being shown over here. Again, it actually try to show you that initially there is input pixels, then it try to find out edges, then the corners, and you know that corners are very important thing. For with the feature matching, you are only focusing on the corners. Then using corners, you go to the constellation diagram, and then on the constellation diagram you try to see that there is a car or person or animal or what. Okay. So this is a small background about the computer vision that I wanted to give you. Hope you enjoyed this. And in the next session, I will continue, okay, and try to see that whatever is possible. I will quickly go. I first quickly go from the end to end, and then come back again as whatever time we have. Okay. So now we have sufficient background to understand that there is something called, I think this part I have not told you. Let me tell you. There is something called CNN. Okay. Convolutional neural network. So it's a very simple thing. So for example, and actually what happens now? Let's assume that you have a faulty weight meter. Okay, where when you stand, it gives you some fault value, but fault is in some tolerance limit. Sometimes it increases to 2 kilo, sometimes it reduces to 2 kilo. So if you want to find out the right value, what should be your strategy? Your strategy could be that you find out the summation of 20 numbers and then divide by 20. Average is most probably going to be in the range of the correct value, because sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing. So by the law of large number, this error part is going to be considered. So the same thing happening over here. Okay. So if let's assume that these are the values and you want to tell that what is the correct value for this. So let's assume that some sensor is giving you some value. You want to find out what is the correct value, because sensor can give you the wrong value also. So what you can do, that you can find out the summation of these number and divide by 10. Mean what? Every number is divided by 10 and then the summation. So I can safely put 0.1, 0.1 over here, multiply with these numbers and find out the summation. So this technique, where I am multiplying with the 0.1 and with all the numbers and getting the output, is called the CNN. Okay, in the one dimensional space. Sometimes you may be thinking that why I am going to find out the summation of every number with the, why I am multiplying every number with the same coefficient. It would be better that if you multiply with the different coefficients, nearby value should be multiplied with a larger number. So all these things are open. So for example, in this example, you will see that this value is multiplied by the 0.5, this is 0.4, 0.04, something like that, and summation should be 1. And after that, you multiply with all these numbers, you get the next one. You find out the output. So instead of 1.9, you should report 0.8. 0.8 is a better representation. Is it right? समझ में आ रहा है? What I am telling कि ऐसा समझो कि you have a sensor is giving you reading. अब you cannot believe on the sensors ना, जनरली ऐसा ही होता है, सब जगह ऐसा ही होता है कि कोई भी वैल्यू जो है बिलीव नहीं की जा सकती पूरी तरीके से। क्या करते हैं आप करते हैं कि you take the summation of very numbers। 10 नंबर का समेशन लेना है, 0.1 से सबको मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, सेम थिंग वही होगा, है ना? सारी एवरी 10 नंबर्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 0.1। इट वुड बी बेटर कि जो अभी वाली वैल्यू को ज़्यादा वेट दिया जाए। तो ये अगर आप वेटेड से इसको मल्टीप्लाई करके निकालते हैं तो ये इसकी फाइनल वैल्यू होगी। ये इक्वेशन सबकी समझ में आ रहा है? बहुत ही सिंपल इक्वेशन है, इसे हम बोलते हैं सीरीज। इमेज 2 डायमेंशनल सिग्नल होता है। तो इमेज में हमारा इस जो जिससे हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं ना उसका नाम है सेट कर्नल। ओके, so I use this kernel to multiply on this. Let's assume this is an image. I can multiply over here, and by these 4 values I am going to get one value. Then I can slide it to this portion. I get another value. I can slide again. I can get third value. So out of these many values, I get how many? What's the value?
Just
So image is 2-dimensional signal. So our kernel is again on the 2D size. Then I can multiply. I can get a better representation. Very important. Okay. I can get a better representation. So this is called this convolution, and here are a few examples. So let's assume that this is an image. I multiply with the kernel where all the values are 1. And multiplied by 1 by 9 also. Okay. Then this is the image that I get. Okay. If I multiply by this, I get this image. If I multiply by this, I get this image. Can you see what is happening over there? कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है। क्या हो रहा है पता नहीं, है ना? एक दूसरी इमेज, लेट मी शो यू अनदर इमेज। ओके, अपने दिमाग में अज्यूम कर कीजिए कि यू हैव एन इमेज वेयर 50% वैल्यूज आर 100 एंड रेस्ट ऑफ द वैल्यूज आर 50, 100 एंड 50। कैसी दिखेगी ये इमेज? ब्राइट और इसके बाद थोड़ा सा डार्क टाइप की, काली नहीं होगी, डार्क टाइप की दिखेगी, है ना? अब मैं एक आपको फिल्टर देता हूँ। फिल्टर क्या है? फिल्टर है 1 0 -1 1 0 -1 1 0 -1। ये फिल्टर दिखाई दे रहा है? 1 0 -1 1 0 -1। अब इसको अगर मैं यहाँ पे इधर जब राइट साइड में रखूँ तो क्या वैल्यू आएगी? सारी वैल्यू 100 है, क्या आएगा? 0, पूरे में 0। इधर रखूँ तो क्या आएगा? क्या आएगा? 50 वाले साइड में रखूँ तो क्या आएगा? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? मैं थोड़ा फास्ट हो गया हूँ। I have a filter 1 0 -1 1 0 -1 1 0 -1, है ना? I am putting this on an image जहाँ पे 100 है। थोड़ी देर पहले आपके क्या आएगा वैल्यू? क्या आएगा बोलो? Everywhere there is 100 ना? So middle things are multiplied by the 0, so summation is 0. This side is multiplied by 100, it becomes 100, 300. This side is multiplied by -1, so it becomes -300. Total summation is 0. Everybody? Value is 0. So this side complete 0. This side, on the second side, where value was 50, what is the answer? 0. And in between, what is the value? Some value. So can you imagine this image? Straight line. पहले क्या था? पहले भी ऐसे ही था। आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऐसी थी ना? अगर ये इमेज मैं आपको दिखाऊं तो आपको ऐसे लगे लगता है इसमें कुछ कटा हुआ है, आपने पीछे निकाल लिया। सो CNN सर, दिस इज CNN कर्नल। थोड़ी पहले आपको जो मैंने बताया CNN कर्नल था जो एक वर्टिकल लाइन को
निकालता है, वर्टिकल लाइन निकालता है। हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन निकालना हो तो क्या करें? 1 1 1 0 0 0 -1 -1 -1। कॉर्नर पॉइंट निकालना हो तो क्या करें? पहले ये वाले को लगा दो, फिर ये वाले को लगा दो, दोनों के स्क्वायर को समेशन को लिख दो। किसी में स्क्वायर का समेशन एक वैल्यू से ज़्यादा हो तो वहाँ पे 1 कर दो, जहाँ पे कॉर्नर होगा वो आ जाएगा। So this essentially, this kernel we can design. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हम लोगों ने कर्नल डिजाइन किया और उसके कारण क्या हुआ? डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फीचर निकले। अब जरा ऐसे सोचो कि अभी इसी में थोड़ी सी और चीज़ बताता हूँ मैं आपको। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले आपको दिखाया ना कि आपने रखा कि 1 1 1 यहाँ पे बीच में लाइन आ गई। अब बीच वाले में 1 1 1 कर दूँ तो क्या होगा? बीच वाले में 1 1 1 कर दूँ तो क्या होगा? ये सब जो वैल्यू है उनका समेशन भी आ जाएगा, वैल्यू उनका समेशन भी आ जाएगा और बीच वाली वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाएगी और दूसरी वैल्यू इतनी इंक्रीज नहीं होगी। व्हाट डज इट मीन? कि इन्हेंसमेंट हो जाएगा। जो इमेज है वो उसकी जो बीच वाली चीज़ है वो ज़्यादा चमकने लगेगी। ये वही है और कुछ नहीं है। ये जो ये है ये सारी वैल्यू को समेशन है, इसलिए ब्लर हो गया। इसमें बीच वाली वैल्यू को जोड़ दिया गया, बीच वाली वैल्यू को कई गुना करके जोड़ दिया गया है। दैट्स व्हाई दिस इमेज पहले वाली इमेज से और अच्छी होगी। दिस इज द शार्प। ओके, सिमिलरली दिस इज डिटेक्टिंग इमेजेस। सो अब ये तो हम खुद से बना रहे थे, अब हमें हमारे लिए अच्छा हो कि ये इसको आप ऐसे देख सकते हो, थोड़ी देर अभी ऐसे देख सकते हैं कि यू हैव एन इमेज RGB P चैनल, उसके ऊपर आपने कोई फिल्टर लगाया, आफ्टर फिल्टर यू आर गेटिंग समथिंग। ये समझ पा रहा हूँ, समझा पा रहा हूँ? ये डायग्राम मतलब ऐसा है कि तीन RGB चैनल है ना, मतलब ऐसे तो ये होता। अभी तक ये हम देख रहे थे, जस्ट इन वन। On this you are applying a filter kernel, and this kernel is going to give you error, some maybe edge enhanced or whatever. You can apply multiple. Who is telling you to apply only one? Who is telling you to apply only one? Apply multiple, and by this you are getting multiple things over here. And then if you from this, if the image was 3, if you apply d number of things, you are going to get something of size d. D number of filters you are going to apply, then your output is going to be d. Okay, and there is some size reduction also. There is a formula. I don't want to go into that detail. People who are interested they can go. मैं तो सिर्फ इतना कहूँगा आपको, मेरे पास ये फ्रेम है, मैं इसकी वैल्यू निकालना चाहता हूँ सबसे पहले वाले कोने की। कैन आई फाइंड आउट? राइट, क्योंकि ये दूसरे वाला जो माई कर्नल से फिट इनसाइड ना, फिट ही नहीं होगा। अगर मेरा कर्नल है 2l+1 साइज का, 2l मतलब आधे का ही ना, l+l+1 साइज का है, तो हम l वैल्यू के बाद ही पहली वैल्यू मिलेगी मुझे। पैडिंग तो पता नहीं, पैडिंग की बात नहीं की मैंने, आप अपने आप से मत बताओ, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा मामला। तो इमेज छोटी हो जाएगी, आउटपुट जो है छोटा हो जाएगा, आउटपुट इज गोइंग टू बी स्मॉल। So I would take from here to there and get a output that is actually smaller size. So the size here is actually going to be reduced. There are some techniques that your friend is telling that first value, if you want to find out what is outside, I don't know. That are actually not important, but you can take them 0 or you can take the same value over there. In a sense, they are actually not important. Why they are not important? Because if I want to identify an object, definitely the object would be in center. So the border things anyway I am not interested in. I am interested in the things which are inside, where my kernel can do the computation. I am not interested to the regions where my kernel is not able to compute. So those things I want to remove. Is it clear? Okay. So from this slide we see that something of this size becomes a different size after applying number of filters. Okay, so few more slides then I will close. So this is that raw pixels. I wanted to what I want. Let's assume that I want to do a classification. I want to do a classification means given the image I wanted to tell whether it is a car, bus or monument or flower. Let's assume that given image I want to tell that. I want to build something like that. So it would be nice that if instead of using raw pixel, if I do an age detection. On the age detection, I can find out whether car, bus, or monument or flower is there. Or enhanced image, I can apply this thing to be better. So, so who is stopping you to do that? So, given the image, you apply some CNNs to find out these things. Then you apply the classification pipeline on that. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Okay. Okay. So if it makes sense, then you would be thinking that I take the image, apply different kind of filters to get series of better representations. On the better representations, maybe I can find out even better representations. I can again apply the CNS on them so that I can do the combination and find out that. And then after that, I can apply a classifier on that. Classification. So this is what the real thing is. Okay, this is what the real thing is. This is how we develop the classification models. Or then I think I will stop at this point, and after the lunch we can continue. Okay. Any questions you have? Any questions if you have? Kushal? I would like to answer 2 questions. Can you make it ready? Everything is clear? Sure? Thank you very much. Thank you.